Right. Well, now that finals are over, I gotta go ahead and get me a job. It's summer vacation, so gotta build up my resume with this rat tickling certification. Great resume builder right here. So it's just let's go ahead and do it. I'm pretty much a rat expert. So you guys can just use this as like a study guide here. I know all about rats. Describe the purpose and benefits of rat tickling. Well, benefits are that rat gets tickled, you know what I mean? That rat's got a little tummy on him. It's got the tickle monster's gonna get that tummy, you know what I mean? Objective 2 is implement rat tickling in your facility. Well, come on. Obviously. Dude, if a rat responds negatively to my tickling, then you're not tickling right. Next please. Oh, we got the main menu here. This course will take 30 minutes to 2 hours. Come on, with my skills. Come on. Dude, this is actually Dr. Jack Spanksepp? Panksep? This is actually him? Dude, look, he's not even like conscious. He's like tickling those rats like it's no problem. He's like passively tickling. He doesn't even need to focus on it. He's such an expert. Oh my god. Oh my, dude, everyone wants to be like Dr. Jack Pansep. Oh, look at him playing. Oh, he's got him in a chokehold. Oh, this is not playing. Oh, that was graphic. Oh my god, that was graphic. Oh, this is disgusting. Are you kidding me? I'm not here for this stupid ass baby. I'm here to get my rat tickling. Come on. I don't even want to read all of this. Like that's just genuinely, that makes my mouth sick. That makes my stomach quiver. Like I'm here for rats. Why should I tickle my rats? Well, obviously now that you know what rat tickling is, you might be asking yourself why. And it's obviously because rats experience stress, especially when they're getting their COVID vaccine. You know, if you're gonna give your rat a shot just for the fun of it, that you're gonna stress that rat out. Or if you're trying to like waterboard your rat, or if you want to like put your rat in a test tube in like in a jar of sorts, or if you're trying to like bury your rat like 6 feet under, but the rat's still alive, that's gonna stress your rat out. Gloves also is a big thing. Rats do not like gloves. Any type of glove, latex, leather. Rats just hate gloves. Those are gonna stress your rat out, honestly. Okay, well, I think I can recognize a siren's beautiful singing when I hear it. I don't know what this has to do with rat tickling. Clearly, that was a female siren call for a mate. It was looking for a mate in the deep sea, probably about 20 knots down, I would say. Oh, rats and methamphetamine. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't tickle your rat enough, then they will get addicted to crack, unfortunately. It's just, it's a byproduct of the sport, really. It's like if you have a parrot, you gotta give Polly one a cracker. If you don't give Polly a cracker, they will get addicted to hard drugs. Oh, here we go. Now, finally, we have the quiz. I mean, come on. Again, I'm a rat tickling and rat bogling. I'm just a rat expert, really. So let's go ahead and let's get into this. What is rat tickling based on? Well, there's a lot. It's based on probably the social constructs. It's a lot of politics, honestly. Some rats are very right-leaning, some rats are very left-leaning, but a good tickle evens them out. Mimics human tickling. I mean, let's be real. Human tickling mimics rat tickling. Like, no need to sugarcoat it here. It's a standard way to stroke our pet rats. Of course, like, naturally. But again, I prefer not to use the term pet rats. That's a little bit derogatory. I prefer to use rat acquaintance. It mimics rat social play. I mean, yeah, I'm sure this is the answer that they probably want, but I guess it is what it is. And obviously, tickling the rat teaches the rat to submit to you. I mean, that's tickling, as we all know, is a big power sport. It's very dominatory as an action. So that all of these are very, very true. But I suppose the one the quiz wants is most likely that one. So there you go. Again, I am a rat expert, so it is what it is. When you first handle rats, is it better to tickle them or to stroke them? Well, naturally you want to kind of gain their respect by stroking them first, but I suppose some rats are very outgoing. You can just go straight to the tickling, but it is a very intimate procedure, so I would say you gotta stroke them. God fucking damn it. I'm sorry for that misclick, guys. I did definitely mean to say tickle them, but for some reason I think my computer, it lagged. There might be a hacker in my computer, but if you select this, then you might as well not even be taking the quiz, if we're being honest. So let's just go ahead and select all of those, and yeah, there we go. In sum, that's a pretty good score. I'm gonna retry it just again because, of course, my computer lagged a little bit, but that's more like it. I'm a big rat guy. Yeah, this is more like it. We can finally learn some of the real-world implementations of rat tickling. How you should tickle your rats, what you shouldn't do. This is all elementary stuff. Here we go. This is the stuff that we all want to know. Can rats do flips? Yes, and in fact, their favorite flip is actually the back flip. It's very true. It's a very common misconception. Some people think that rats like the corkscrew flip or gainers, and while rats aren't opposed to either of those, their favorite is just standard standing backflip. This is just disrespectful. I think we need to see who's in charge of these pictures. This is a blatant ISIS execution video. You can even see the rat, some parts of the rat remaining over here. You're just holding a gun to a rat. That's not okay. This is disgusting. I'm appalled by the level of negligences put into this quiz with these photos. I guess it is what it is. Here we go. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Get that butt swing action. Now the rats love this. Again, this is just a life skill for the rats. When they go to their clubs, no one wants to go to a club and not know how to dance, so you got to teach them early. This is a great move. All the rats do this at the clubs. It's great. Yeah, so here this rat's being a little difficult, as you can see. It's maybe not as domesticated as some of the expert bred tickling rats, but you can see they still love a good tickle. You just got to be a little bit more forceful. You got to be gentle, but not too gentle. Forceful, but definitely not too forceful. It's a good middle ground, but it'll all come in time. Alright, here we go. You should never tickle a rat without using an ultrasonic microphone to record vocalizations. Well, again, in the big leagues of rat tickling, it's a bit frowned upon if you don't bring your ultrasonic microphone to record vocalizations. However, if you're just starting out rat tickling, you can skip the ultrasonic microphone to record vocalizations. I think it's just a part of the game, really. Here we go. Click on the localization location where the dorsal contact should be directed. Well, obviously you want to contact there. It really is just the right place. And here we go. Now the pin on the rat. You don't want to have their head. You want to contact again right there, right in that good midsection. And yeah, guys, it's just that easy. It really is just that easy. Go ahead into to reading your rat. Rats love Shakespeare, and they also, in particular, rats love Macbeth. If you read your rat Macbeth every time you go to sleep, the entire book, mind you, because they love a good read, then it's elementary. Alright, well, I'm a little bit upset that this quiz doesn't include what type of literature to be reading your rats. However, I guess I'll go off the record here. Your rats, a lot of people try and give rats a lot of flack for reading immature books and just being immature, but your rats are quite mature creatures. You can read them a whole slew of books with various themes. If you read, let's say, To Kill a Mockingbird, it's another one of their favorite books. I highly recommend it. There's that one line in the book that I'm not gonna say, maybe it was banned from schools, maybe it wasn't, but in general, I think your rats can handle a lot more mature themes than one might think, really. Okay, guys, enough about literature. You guys got me off topic. Let's go ahead and answer the question. Some, positive responses to tickling. Well, I'll just go ahead and throw these guys in here. We want pretty much all of these. Yeah, all of these right here, and that's that's just it. If you want to pause and read, you can go ahead, but I mean, it's just elementary stuff. So some negative signs are going to be obviously all of these. You don't want any of these, really. And there we go, and just like that, now you know what to look for and what not to look for in your rat tickling. Alright, this next section's, I'm gonna be honest, it's a little bit controversial, even more so than the last section, but it's all about timing, you know, when you should tickle your rat and for how long. And really, you guys can read this if you want, but it's all about their politeness. You know, if they come to you and ask very politely, they say, please may I have some rat tickles on my little belly, and you can go ahead and give it to them. But if they're demanding, if they're overly aggressive, if they say, give me rat tickles now, then that's a no-go, unfortunately. You just can't tickle your rat in that situation. You're gonna give them the edge, and they're not gonna grow up to be big, polite, strong boys. Alright, but let's go ahead and answer some of these questions here. So, at minimum, you can go ahead and pet your rat for 15 seconds, that's alright. How many days should you tickle rats before their first procedure? You know, I'd recommend 3 days on that one. It is what it is, depends on the rat. You're working with rats, you need to give them injections. You've already tickled them for several days. You want to do it just before the injection, in all honesty. You know, a good rat loves a good tickle. And juvenile rats after weaning for sure is the best age to tickle rats. They got those soft bellies, and they love it. They go crazy. What do I do if my rat isn't responding positively? Well, if your rat isn't responding positively to tickles, then you just might need to get a new rat, unfortunately. You know, some rats just come defective. It's how they're made. You know, you can get a request form from the local government to get yourself a new rat, or maybe just new parts. If you want to open it up, you can go ahead and check some of the parts. Sometimes their fuses will break, but if it's not that, it could just be the power supply. You know, there's a whole slew of issues, so honestly, it's better just to get a request form. You know, bring that into your local DMV, bring in the rat, and they'll see what they can do for you. Will tickling rats negatively affect my research model? Well, this is honestly just a pretty fucking stupid question, and you're kind of an idiot for asking that. Of course, all tickling rats in all forms is going to positively affect all research models, regardless of what it is. Even if you were researching perhaps the negative effects of rat tickling, there simply are none, so it's honestly a bad question. I'm not even sure why it's featured here. Do I need to acclimate my rats to human contact before tickling? This is a bit of a controversial opinion on this. A lot of scientists, including myself, have differing opinions. However, you really don't need to acclimate your rats to any sort of human contact, and the reason is rats have gone through the necessary evolutionary steps in the wild to almost be bred to be tickled. In fact, if you go in the wild, you find a good old rat colony. A lot of the times there will be a bigger animal, for instance like a tiger or a lion, and they'll just go ahead and be tickling the rats, because what happens is in, you know, the food pyramid and the cycle of life and all that, if you tickle a rat, then the rat will bring you trinkets of untold fortune and valor. So the lions and the bears and whatnot, they have all learned this and have become good friends with the rats, not only for the trinkets and the valor and the honor untold, but also for the wars that were prophesized to be coming sometime soon. The rats are a great addition to any team. And finally, do male or female rats enjoy tickling more? And this is just kind of an odd question. A lot of sexual innuendos from this one. But really, it's just don't gender assign your rats, people. I mean, like, your rats can be whatever they want. They can be rat self. They can be they, them. They can be he, her. You know, rats are a very progressive and dynamic group, and really, questions like this are just kind of bigoted, and in all honesty, gross. Alright, let's go ahead and spitfire some of these questions. I hate being tickled. Don't rats hate it too? No, you're an idiot. Who in my facility should tickle rats? Anyone and everyone. You could even just hire some guy off the street, it's no big deal. Can I tickle other lab animals? Shut the fuck up, don't even ask that. Rat tickling looks really rough. Are you sure rats like it? Again, you didn't even take the course, I bet. Like, you're just kind of an idiot. Tell me more about individual differences. Thank you. Finally, a good progressive question. Well, you see, when a rat is born. And that is really the long and short of what rats are all about in this socio-economic state that we're in. Hope that helped. A very progressive question. Love that for our students. Here's the multiple choice question. So as you can see, is it absolutely necessary to acclimate your rats to human contact before tickling? And that's a big fat no. You can just go ahead and pick up any rat you see in the wild, just start tickling, you know, regardless of where you even found it from. Alright, here we go. This is perhaps my favorite lesson. It's the top 5 rat tickling tips. Play like a rat. It helps if you have a suit, if you will, made of rat fur that you can don while you play with the rat. That'll really get you in character. Tickle first, manipulate later. You know, it's the same as dating, am I right, fellas? You gotta tickle first, then manipulate later. You know, gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss. Same thing with rats. Tickle often, but not long, obviously. Read your rat, again, books. Rats love a good book, and you know what? It can help humans too. Just sit down with a nice cup of tea and your rat. Just read a book every now and then. And consider your rat and model. As I mentioned before, a lot of these rats, you know, they have different makes and models. Sometimes they are defective. In that case, you just gotta send them back to the CEO. But you just gotta consider your make and model of your rat, and you'll go far, baby. So here we go. Rats should never be tickled. That's a big fat false. I think if we've learned anything here today, it's that rats deserve a good tickling, if nothing else. If rats make a 22 kilohertz audible vocalizations on day 1 of tickling, you should stop tickling them. That's a big fat false as well, because you know what? Even if a rat doesn't like it now, it'll learn to like it. It just goes right back to tickle first, manipulate later. You know, you can just go ahead and start manipulating the rat right then and there. It's quite simple. Rat nibbing on your fingers is a sign of aggression. That's also a big fat false. Rats they get a little quirky at night sometimes. They do a little bit of nibbling. And there you go, just like that, I have earned my rat tickling certification. Went ahead and got my rat certificate. There you go, you can see rat tickling certificate course from the prestigious Purdue University. A little bit below my level in terms of knowledge about rats. I mean, I didn't even need to bring up my extensive knowledge about rat bogling. However, there we go, went ahead and got my certificate. And yeah, with that, I guess that's going to be it for the presentation here. So, like, subscribe, definitely favorite the video, put it on your watch later. In fact, make a new playlist for this video and just title it Rat Certification and put this video in there. And you know what? With that, that's about it. Alright, you know what, now that, oh, I got a text. Oh. You are holding a gun to that rat. That rat's, like, barely even on screen. This is an ISIS gaskeep girl boss gate light, all that good stuff. Oh, this thing's still recording?